What's up, guys? It's Ghosty here, and today I have a very, very, very special video. I have here the Kids of America talking vampire, talking Dracula, not sure the exact title. This thing is really rare. I mean, really, really, really rare. I've been looking for this thing for years now. I had multiple saved searches and for it on multiple different websites. I check daily for it on eBay, Macari, just to name a few. Never had any luck finding it. I couldn't find a thing. I mean, it's tough even finding photos of this thing online. And I think currently the only other person with it, with videos of this thing, is Joe Bean's vids. I don't think I've seen anything else. I don't think I would have even totally known it, remembered it existed if not for those videos. But yeah, this thing is so rare. This was my most wanted prop ever. This was my holy grail. I still can't believe I have it. Got this on eBay. It was $50, and then I think like about another 50 to ship it here, which isn't bad. He said it works completely, and he lied. It works pretty good. The only thing that doesn't is the neck. The necks don't work on these. They never do. They never do. I'll get into that in a minute. So yeah, the one that you see here before you is the 2005 Menards exclusive version. Now, from what I understand, this is the rarest version of the vampire, is the Menards one. There's a couple other versions. So the original version was released in I've heard people say 2003. I'm pretty sure 2002. Pretty sure. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. Okay, so the original was released in 2002, and it was released alongside a Witch and Frankenstein. These were called, they were branded as Witchy Witch and Friends. So the originals were sold at JCPenney's and Kmart. Now, I could be wrong about this. There's not a lot about these online, so I'm kind of just doing the best I can with what is out there and, what I remember from that time, which is bits and pieces because I was pretty young. But, okay, so I believe the 2002-2003 version that was sold at JCPenney's, it's the same as this, except the audio is very different, which we'll get into in a minute. And physically, or cosmetically, the only difference is instead of those blue eyes that you see there, he had red eyes instead. Now, personally, I think the blue eyes look much, much, much better. The red eyes are cool, but I don't know why. Like, blue features on vampires always just gets me. And these were also sold at Kmart too back in the day. And I believe there's a version of him where it looks a lot like this, except he has like these blue highlights that go like up like in here in his face. It looks really cool. I believe that's the Kmart version, and that the red eye is the JCPenney version. Now, when I was a kid and went to JCPenney's, in 2002, I got the Frankenstein that they had. Now, in 2002 at JCPenney's, at my JCPenney's at least, it was fully stocked. There was no vampire. It was just the witch, just the Frankenstein, and I don't think the tag said Witchy Witch and Friends. So I'm thinking that in 2003, they began branding them as Witchy Witch and Friends, and that's when the vampire was released. I could be wrong about that, but, we'll see. I do remember pretty vividly seeing seeing him in Kmart, the Blueface one. That's why I think that one is Kmart. It's just, I remember it being there. The Blueface one, I remember seeing it at Kmart. They had it on display alongside the Pan-Asian Dancing Frankenstein. But yeah, these are really, really, really rare, man, and just so cool. So cool. The Frankenstein in this series is it was the first animatronic I ever got, and it's really what ignited that like love and passion for both Halloween and animatronics for me. He to this day he's my favorite. So yeah, I actually have finally the complete set. I was gonna make a video with all of them, but my Witch is having problems, so I figure I'll just get to it. The Frankenstein I have is the standard JCPenney's one, and the Witch that I have actually is really interesting. She is the purple dress variant, and apparently that was considered a lost prop until I think 2022, and I believe that's the Kmart version. But again, I don't know for sure. Trying to think before we get into demoing if there's anything else I can think of about this. I believe I said they're made by Kids of America. Kids of America if you're not familiar with these, you're probably not familiar with them. They did not do too much back in the day, and they're defunct now as of I think last year or the year before. But really, they just did these Witchy Witch and Friends animatronics, and they had like plush, like animated versions of all of these, and also like a Scarecrow and a Ghost too. And then the Witch actually got a life-size variant, which only like a single video exists of it. I don't think anybody's ever gonna find that thing, but never say never. But yeah, Kids of America is actually, I believe, they are the sister company to Magic Power Corp. It's either that or Magic Power Corp owns them or something like that. And I'm sure if you're familiar with Magic Power, that checks out to you. The eyes on these things look exactly like the eyes that are in like Heads Up Harry's and things like that. But yeah, what's really cool and really interesting about these props to me is that, since these started in 2002, these are really the first, I don't want to say first Halloween animatronic because that's just not true, obviously. But, Gemmy had their slew of, sitting Halloween animatronics in the late 90s. They had the Reaper, Crypt Keeper, and the Witch, blah, blah, blah. And then they had those couple of standing ones, like the Bride and the Groom and Wolfie Wolfgang, and they were I think they stand at 4 feet tall, those ones. But I think the only thing that really moves on them is their mouths. I don't think anything minus the mouth moves. So really, these are the first when we think animatronic today, this is more accurate to that. They're really the first to have multiple different animations. The eyes turn and light up. The head moves back and forth. The mouth moves. There was nothing at all like this at that time. And there wouldn't be for a couple more years. Gemmy really didn't get into producing their Halloween life sizes until I think 2004. Yeah, 2004 was when they really got into that. I'm rambling on. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this. But yeah, let me. Oh yeah, one more thing. So the audio on this one that you'll notice in a sec, his audio is all of his lines have something to do with candy. That is exclusive to the Menards versions. So the Witch, Frankenstein, the Dracula, all three of those that are from Menards, they all say, I think, exactly the same thing. It's just lines about candy, and they're really weird lines. You'll see in a sec. It doesn't sound like he's offering you candy. It sounds like he's trying to sell drugs or something. It's really weird. It's also incredibly quiet. But yeah, the original lines on these guys, the Witchy Witch and Friends, are way better. I'm not a big fan of these Menards lines. They're really odd. Like, they're cool, but they're just very odd. So I'm gonna demo him for you. His mouth works, his eyes work, and his audio works. The only thing that doesn't work is his head turn. Now, if you're familiar with these things at all, even slightly, that probably doesn't surprise you. The neck turns are horrible in these things. These things in general are made horribly, 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 horribly. Which, I get it, like I said, they're very, very early. But they're made just... It's abysmal. It's abysmal. The neck turns, right? Okay, we've all seen that before. This is where it gets weird. They made the neck posable. You're able to pose the neck, and yet it can turn. It's like they're trying to get people to break this damn thing. That is the stupidest thing. It's so dumb. So, of course, the neck is broke on this thing. The neck is broke on my Frankenstein. The neck is broke on my witch. Even if you don't try and pose the necks on these things, because I never have with my Frankenstein, they're still going to break. It just happens. And working on these things is a nightmare. I've taken my witch apart before. It's insane on the inside, man. Once you get the latex masks off the face, it looks like a Chuck E. Cheese animatronic without the face. I don't know if you've ever seen one of those, but I don't know. They're just weird. They're very odd. But yeah, let me get into demoing this real quick. And I didn't say this yet, but when you press his on button and have him turn on, he says every single one of his lines at once. Like, he just shotguns all of them out. So I'll probably do it twice just so you can get it all. But yeah, just know that it's the same thing. Okay, so he's got a I gotta fix his clothes. They're a little jacked up. It's got a sensor right here, and it is like the worst sensor in the world. All of these are on the KOAs. The original ones are better. These Menards ones suck. But yeah, got a sensor right there. His clothes are surprisingly really high quality. I mean, they're really good. And he's got just these like plushy arms that just kind of like hang. Yeah, even though he's like extremely tiny, what's really cool is that he actually has a body shell. And man, off the top of my head, this is probably like one of the first Halloween animatronics to actually have a full-on body shell. I'm trying to think of like what else, and from that time, nothing. I don't think nothing else did. But yeah, let's get into demo. So yeah, little on button right here, or try me button. My bad.
Look at what can be here. Best can be here. Good stuff right here. Envy, just say trick or treat. All the good stuff you want to eat. I want you to know the good stuff is here. I'm a little scared of you myself. We monsters like candy too. Look at what can be here. Best can be here. Good stuff right here. Envy, just say trick or treat. All the good stuff you want to eat. I want you to know the good stuff is here. I'm a little scared of you myself. We monsters like candy too.
Okay, so yeah, that's about it as far as his lines go. Like I said, they're very odd, and also very quiet. Hopefully you heard that okay. Trying to think of if there's anything else, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, again, I am super, super, super thrilled that I even get to make this video. This is something that I never, ever in a million years thought I'd have the chance to own. It's just so cool. So cool to own a prop that I saw as a kid and wanted so badly. And, for years have, wanted. And for a while, I couldn't even find anything on the internet about it. I thought I dreamed this damn thing. But, I'm rambling on once again. I feel like I end every video by saying I'm rambling on. So, yeah. That's it, I guess. Expect a video with the completed trio soon. I just have to fix the necks on all these guys. Honestly, though, I'm probably not going to do that. I'm probably going to send those out to someone. I don't want to take these apart. I'm good. I'm good. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I certainly did. Yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.